wasn't my choice not to compete the past 2 years, you know? It's like, not much you could do, but when I really think about it, it's upsetting. But at least I know what's going on. Now that I know what it is, I can address it, so. So I'm training back and rear delts today. I changed my split up a little bit because I want to hit back and legs more often. Frequency is going to help me do that. So I'm a big believer, how I trained for many years, of high intensity, not lots of volume. But if you pull back the volume per session, you can train more often. So if you're going to train legs or back for 2-3 hours and do 5-6 exercises, 4 or 5 sets each, you can't really train frequently. But if you limit the volume per session, you can train more frequently. You know, as long as you're recovering, as long as you're not beat to crap when the next workout comes up, you'll be okay. You'll be able to recover and grow. And you got to keep in mind, when we train, we create muscle protein synthesis where we're growing muscle. So if you do it more often, even if the volume doesn't increase, you're going to build more muscle. So, you know, I've been taking a lot of time to warm up. Like in my leg workouts, sometimes 20-30 minutes, I'm just still warming up and not really doing those working sets, you know? So I'm gonna walk you guys through my workout, but I always answer some questions I get. So make sure to comment below stuff that you want to see from me in next videos, but also questions, and I'll answer them every time I do a video. So I get a lot of your questions on Instagram, a lot in my DM, and whenever I do the questions on Instagram, I don't get to answer all the questions because there's so many. On my app, you guys are free to ask me questions and keep me posted on your progress. The app is a little bit more direct communication with me. You guys can literally just message me. It's like a text. And I'll answer your questions about the workouts in my app, or just any question you have about diet, training, lifestyle, whatever the case may be. We'll start do some mobility in the back. These are the not so fun stuff about bodybuilding. So what I'm doing here is retracting my shoulders down and then extending forward, going back while keeping them down, which isn't as easy as you'd think, believe it or not. I do the same thing again on the floor though. Shoulders back and down. You know, I always say if you guys do rehab is like exercises when you get injured to strengthen the area, to help with your injury, your pain, your weakness, whatever it may be. But if you do rehab without the injury, if you do this type of stuff and shoulder rehab without shoulder injuries, you're basically doing injury prevention. So you're less likely to get injured because you're going to strengthen that rotator cuff, strengthen those stabilizer muscles. You got a lot of people now, a lot of guys, a lot of girls, just started training and they want to compete, which is cool. It's great, you know, but you got to give yourself time to have a base and to really build a foundation. I just did this because I loved it. I was eating 6 meals, training 6 days a week for 20 something years. I started when I was 13. All right, let's get started. You guys want to see the good stuff? So with my back training, I've gotten to a point where I need specific areas of my back to improve. I want to target my lower lats, thickness, bring my lats lower. So just coming in the gym, doing lat pull downs, deadlifts, one arm rows, doesn't cut it anymore, you know? So I really structure my workout to target that area. And if I don't feel contraction where I need it, I don't do it. So the grips and the angles, which I'm gonna show you guys today, is a huge, huge factor. I do a little funky variation of the pullover. Dumbbell pullovers can get a little bit hazardous for the shoulder, right? It puts your shoulder in an awkward position. And the machine pullovers I like, but I switch it up with this. Main thing is here, I'm not muscling it with my arms. I'm trying to keep as light as I can on my hands, and I pull through my elbows, almost like a sweeping motion. And I love doing this first to just get a pump in the lats. If you can get your muscle pumped, that means you got blood in it. If you have the muscle engorged with blood and nutrients before you start training it, you're golden. And of course, you gotta be hydrated. You know, once you're warmed up, it's a really common question I get asked. After the first exercise I warm up, do I need to warm up on every exercise? The answer is no. But you don't go straight into your heavy weight. You could call it a acclimation set if you want. You're basically just getting ready, feeling the exercise, making sure you're getting good form, good contraction, and before you go super heavy, you give yourself 70 to 80% of that load. Now, if you guys notice, I'm not leaning back. Leaning back is not bad, but a lot of you lean back way too far and kind of swing the weight, and you're no longer pulling down, but you're almost rowing. So I like to stay upright. I pull myself back a little, I stay straight, tight here. If I need to pull back a little bit when I go heavier, it's okay, but I'm not gonna swing my body back. And again, my focus is my lat. If I don't feel it there, I'll move on, I'll do something else. And I'll play with my grip to see where it gives me the best contraction. A lot of these machines we throw on like 2, 3, 4, 45-pound plates. I think the most I've ever done on this is like 3 45s or 4. I'll start with these quarters and then go up from there. Today, this will take the place of a barbell row for me, so I'll keep my hands straight, a little angled, but you know, you have the option to turn neutral or underhand, but I like this grip. I think I need this a little higher. Right when I put the headphone on, I had Dorian Yates yelling in my ear. I got like 4 of them from Dorian, a couple from Ronnie, so sometimes when I have like a real heavy lift, I'll put it on in that one spot, you know? I was at the Olympia, so like 3 weeks ago. I was just itching to be up there. So my goal is to get better. I don't know how long it'll take, couple weeks, couple months. And then start prepping for 2022. Qualify for the Olympia and get back on that stage. It wasn't my choice not to compete the past 2 years, you know? It's like, not much you could do, but when I really think about it, it's upsetting. But at least I know what's going on. I wasn't feeling good from 2018 Arnold Classic, 2019 Olympia. I'm getting ready for these shows, fatigued and in pain, not sleeping. Last night I was tossing and turning till 4 in the morning. So now that I know what it is, and I know I'm killing you guys, but I'll sit down and explain everything. Now that I know what it is, I can address it. So I'm happy in that sense, you know? That got heavy. The last 2, I didn't get all the way up, but I won't compromise and start bouncing. I'll just keep my form and my pace good and try to get as high as I can. I think that's it here. If you guys notice, after the first couple reps, I moved up a little bit because I felt like it was too much trap. If your hand is here, it's all upper back trap. You want your hand midway to hit the mid back. If you're going for lower back, lower. So pay attention where your hand ends up. I was pulling like here, so I scooted up and made sure it was here. I don't want to be doing this. So if you guys notice, I'm leaning forward. My ass is back and my chest is on the pad. And it's a lot harder, it gives me a good contraction in my lat. Whereas if I sit here and pull back, there's more momentum. and I feel like I use more of my rear delts and traps. Let me know below if you guys like these explanations I give, because it definitely makes the videos longer, but the little tips and the exercises, or you guys just want to see me run through the workout. Let me know what you prefer below. These videos, guys, are for you. I put them out there for you guys to enjoy, to learn, to ask questions, and so we can communicate and I can give you guys more of what you want. So make sure to comment, let me know what you like and what you like everything, but what maybe you want to see more of. So if you guys noticed there, I started leaning forward, and then when I fatigued, I sat more upright, and I was able to get more reps. So it shows you how much harder it is when you're leaning forward. I haven't really seen this machine anywhere else other than Bev's. You pull from an angle, so it's not from down low and it's not from straight up. You can mimic this if you guys go on a lat pull down, a conventional lat pull down, and put an incline bench right here, and you lean forward and pull down this way. What's up, man? It's similar, you gotta get creative. You see, I'm leaning forward rather than if I sit back. It's gonna be a lot easier and a lot less focus on the lat. So I'm forward, chest stays on the pad, and I pull down. Make sure the seat is good. I got the form that I want, and then I'll go heavy. I won't start heavy. There's always a way to make shit harder. There's an easy way and a hard way, and you'll only gain so much by the easy way. For you new guys, you just started training, you're gonna grow no matter what you do. But if you start doing stuff correctly now, not only will you look better, grow at a faster rate, develop better, but you're also gonna be less prone to injury. For you guys that go in the gym, you're young, you're strong, no aches and pain, you're throwing weight around. Ego lifting, a lot of you do, be honest. I've done it myself. You're gonna get banged up. Might not be this year, might not be next year, but it will catch up to you. You gotta think of it this way, for you guys that think, oh, I'm not gonna get injured. Human beings are frail physically. Secretaries have arthritis. What makes you think you're not gonna have elbow, shoulder, knee, or back problems from lifting weights, heavy weights? All athletes have bumps and bruises, injuries, fighters, football players, golf players. So it's just a matter of when and how bad. If you're smart, you listen to guys like me, you can prevent it and somewhat prolong it. All right, enough talk. I'm gonna drop. So I did the drop because I felt like I was overpowering a little with my traps. And although my form was pretty good, I wasn't getting that real lower lat contraction that I wanted. So lighter, got a couple more reps like that, so I'm happy. All right, so we did the pullovers, we did the pull downs with the funky orange grips, the row on the Arsenal, the underhand row, and this is 5 exercises. That is the most I'll do. Gonna do 1, maybe 2, but today maybe just 1 exercise for rear delts. I like to do the cable crossovers for rear delts as well with straight arms, but they're taken. Dumbbells are one of my favorites. If you guys keep a slight bend in your elbow, you're gonna go a lot heavier. Nothing wrong with it, it's what I did for years. But if you wanna take out the tricep and the trap that gets in the way of hitting the small muscle, the rear delt. You wanna lock the tricep, extend the trap. Whenever you fully flex, fully engage, fully elongate a muscle, it's at its weakest point. So if I lock out my tri and stretch out my trap, they're gonna be weak, and now I'm only gonna be using my rear delt. And I'll go from 40 pounds to 20. Whew. You know, have you heard of My Cookie Dealer? Yeah. That's him. Juan, the big dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He is the cookie dealer. The face on the cookie is him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Those cars are cookie cars. So him and his wife Karen, good friends of mine. Juan is known for his cheats. Big eater. Like, if you guys look at his channel on YouTube, he's got like, I don't even know how many calories, 20 to, Juan, let's ask him. Juan, how many calories was the most you ate?
Probably in my lifetime, like in a day, I think it was somewhere between, I would say close to 40.
Was that on your channel or no?
On the channel.
See, I was right, 40,000, that's insane.
And you know, some people are like, oh, it's probably bullshitting. I'm serious, I have no reason to lie, especially now that I haven't done that in a while. I had people who were actual witnesses. It was just my everyday. When I did the video, it was actually moving, and I was just trying to like do a video for everybody, and I wasn't trying to go crazy because I was moving. Just put it like this.
It wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned, and it was like I said, I was moving. I was trying to be able to move around. When I was doing a normal Sunday, when I would wake up and just have my ice cream like I showed there, and I would just keep eating. I didn't care. I would just eat and pass out. I needed to do a video, so I needed to like be up, be alert, but it looked like on a normal Sunday. You can ask like Akeem that he used to be around, and just a lot of friends that I used to like know in my amateur days or even in my early pro career. It looked like I was a drug addict. It was a drug and just sugar.
The crazy thing about Juan though is just always lean. Even in his off season eating that much, he never got fat. Like you see the bodybuilders in the 90s, like Lee Priest was known for eating a lot, he would get fat. I would see Juan eat like this and his stomach just stays completely flat. When he carbs up for shows, his metabolism speeds up and he loses weight. So I went into, what was it? We did a show together. He was in the open, I was in classic, and I went into his hotel room and it was like a freaking kitchen at a restaurant. There was so much food, boxes of muffins, boxes of like, cream of rice. He probably had like 10 boxes of cream of rice just to carb up for the show. Crazy.
Yeah, it's insane, when I think about it, and just the amount of food that I would have to eat in a week, the last 2 weeks, it was just crazy. And even now, I haven't competed in 8 months, and my weight is like at 248, and I eat 5-6 cookies a day of ice cream. I'm actually gonna start trying to eat better just because I want to maintain a healthy lifestyle because I've been doing it for so long. Health comes first, but for the last 8 months, every day, my diet is cookies, fries, shakes. I have not followed anything close to a bodybuilding diet in a while, and I'm still in a decent shape, So it's like,
yeah, we gotta get you eating again.
Yeah. I gotta get right.
All right, brother.
All right.
So I do 2 different hyper extensions. This I'm doing for my lower back. The other type of hyper extension I do for mainly hamstrings. Lower back will get hit as well. The difference is with the hypers that I do for hamstrings, I'm bending at the hip. I'm bending at the hip, stretching my hamstrings. Here, my hip is not hinging. My back is rolling. You guys might not see this often, but this will focus more on the lower back. So I bring the pad a little higher. It could even be higher than this, so it stops you from hinging. and I just roll the back and lift up with just lower back. I feel nothing in my hamstrings. Whew, I trained legs yesterday too, so I'm definitely feeling it more in my back. What body parts you guys line up together makes a big difference too. I normally don't do legs and back to back, but my week got a little messed up because I was a little under the weather last week, so I missed a day or two. But you guys gotta be strategic. Like, if you have a weak body part that you wanna grow, make sure to take your day, your rest day, the day after that body part. So if you're trying to get your legs big, hit your legs hard, eat, take the next day just to rest. Stretch maybe, go for a walk, make sure you're getting calories to recover, but don't go and train back a massive muscle that's gonna take a lot of energy. Use that food, those calories, and that energy to recover and grow your legs. My lower back is exceptionally pumped today. Not sure why. Maybe from my leg day yesterday. All right, that's a wrap. I'm getting out of here. I'll see you.
You out of here?
Yeah, we gotta film something together soon.
Let me know, I'm down for whatever.
Okay.
Film something training, tequila.
Drink a bottle of tequila and a box of cookies, and then drive the cars.
First cars,
Yeah.
tequila last.
We'll keep it safe. I'll see you, brother. You ready?